Welcome back. So I know we missed about 2 weeks, 2 complete whole weeks of Christian, but we're back. We're back, and you know what? That's what matters. It doesn't matter, huh? Remember the days when I used to take months to watch another episode of Christian? You guys remember that? Comment down below if you was here when that happened, because you kind of need reparations. I ain't gonna lie, but. We are back with episode 41 of Christian, A Comprehensive History by General Saimir. I've been missing it very much so. Probably one of the only series on YouTube I actually been excited to watch. And it's kind of like I'm slowly becoming more and more used to watching it. I became slowly more accustomed to seeing this. I know I'm going to probably regret that when I get into the video, but hey, I can at least talk my shit now, you know, before I see butt cheeks flapping, maybe some giblets gibbling. You know, so who knows? Will I keep these glasses on when I transition to the video? Probably not. Will I hold this mic the whole time? Probably not. It's not even connected. This is for me. I'm just enjoying it. But I hope you enjoy it too. And if you like, and if you subscribe, I love you. But without further ado, on to the video. Whoosh! I'm ready.
What made him this way?
I have no idea.
What is the attraction?
I hope by the end of this I'll have the answer to this.
What keeps us fascinated?
That'd be such a fire ending though.
This is the story of Christian.
One thing someone asked me, they said, yeah, every time I talk I feel more comfortable holding the mic. But someone asked me, you know, why don't I cut this part out of the video, like this little opening section? I keep it all the time because it's like an intro to us, you know. It's like a little anime intro. You can't watch a part without it. What do we look? Some kind of savage? What kind of person does that? Like, come on now, come on, stop. I'm starting to understand Roman numerals. No, I'm not.
On August 31st, 2014, after Christian's afternoon date with two trolls playing the parts of an interested female party, Catherine, and her cousin Al, he invited them to visit his house in Ruckersville, Virginia, which was still being renovated after its January fire.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
She recounted the beginning of their spontaneous trek. We were going to escape to the mechanic, where Katie's car was, but Christy wanted to follow us. When he offered to show us his house, we took him up on it. We followed him even though Al knew where we were going. Chris seriously drives like my demented old grandma who doesn't have a license anymore because she kept going the wrong way up one-way streets. Though the audio of the entire trip was covertly recorded and transcribed, the recording is now thought to be lost.
Ah, lost
According
media.
to the transcript as found on the
What
cookie,
are you doing here?
the three discussed the night of the fire and how he was woken up by his barking dogs. His mother Barbara had tried to put out the fire with a fire extinguisher, but failed to suppress it. Christian believed if she had more than one extinguisher, the fire could have been quelled. They spent an extended amount of time exploring the outside of the property, commenting that there was broken glass and other possible hazards hidden in the grass, caused by the firefighters who broke the windows to enter the property. They then approached the shed in the yard, which was originally constructed to be a workshop, and noted the plaque on the door, which read, "Dreaming Studio of Mr. C and Lil C, where dreams do come true, 1989.
Aw, that
Chris
is sweet.
pointed out the large cases filled with vinyl records in the shed, which his father Bob played in private. Al noted that he collected records himself and offered to buy some from Chris for a fair price. Chris greatly appreciated this gesture. Immediately after, they made one more stop on their day-long dalliance, the Chandler's rental house.
Damn, this is a nice place. So you've been living here since when?
Yeah, since last February.
Oh,
Hello.
howdy.
Hi, Snoopy. Hi, Clover. Hi, Mom.
Howdy.
Well, Miranda, this is nice to meet you. That's Catherine and her cousin Al.
Glad to meet you. I'm Big Al.
Okay, two things I want to say. Two things, and yes, I am holding the mic again. I know it's a problem. I'm working on it. But one thing I wanted to say is that isn't it always so ridiculous that dogs want to start, as they say here, bellow? I'm gonna start using that, by the way. Bellow whenever you get a new person to come over. Like, isn't that like, I get like you're trying to, you know, keep me alerted, but if I'm walking in with that person and I'm like, you know, I'm clearly shoulder to shoulder with them, don't you think I see them? You know, like, why are we doing this whole like yelling match when they right here? Like, come on now. Like, I get if you're sneaking up behind me, like, you know, you gotta learn how to differentiate those two things. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, that's one of the biggest gripes with dogs. That's one of my biggest gripes. But I was gonna say this before. I don't know if there's anybody in this newer part that I have been like really seen as a cool character or a cool person in this series since Liquid Crystal. Maybe Alec could have been one, but I haven't seen anyone since. Like, he was like maybe the possible second. Maybe just because he had longevity in the series, but I don't know. Hopefully we get someone like that.
Very lovely to
Like, listen to this. What are you doing?
That's Snoopy, and that's Chloe. Also got that case.
Like, bro's screaming like he actually sees a demon. Like, he's screaming like he actually sees Lucifer himself standing behind me. Like, come on now, we don't need to be doing all this.
Don't bite me. It seemed pretty loud, but
Yeah, they get loud when there's new people.
oh, cool, dude. Is this your room?
Yeah, that's my work room.
Can I go in for a moment?
Yeah, sure. Hey now, doggies, calm down. It's good.
So what is all this then?
Yeah, pretty much just, random things, but that's the high school I built based on the one from Hard Lake High, dedicated building that to Manchester High. It took me about a month to build that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, see, Chris, you spent a month to build that?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's dedication right there.
Yeah.
With your comics and stuff, you can do the same thing. If you can be dedicated, like if you can work on that for a month,
Yeah.
you can spend a month working on a comic book.
Anyway,
So-
yeah, I built this house on multiple houses. And
That's a
here's
good point,
our
though.
minifigs. Me and Catherine.
Aww.
Yeah, I painted kilts on her.
Did my lights just change color? What the hell? No weapon summoned against me shall Why am I talking into this? It's not real!
Neat. Yeah, that's a little kid. What's that around her neck? Is that like a little medallion? Or?
Yeah, Saimir Roshi medallion. Only my girlfriend eventually would get them.
I'm not gonna lie, the people in the series that be trolling Chris has to become some kind of secret agent. Because ain't no way you snuck into this man's home. Well, I guess you didn't sneak in, but you snuck into his ranks. And then you snuck into his home. And now you're sitting in his home, chatting with him and his mother. That's some spy level bullshit. The government needs you. Remember, guys, if I no, I didn't.
Oh, cool. So what's it?
Yeah,
It
that's
says,
you.
Is that me? Oh, it's even tinier than I thought. Oh, that's so cute.
That's what she said. That is what she said.
Too bad you're not staying. We were to watch Gigi.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We've got to get out of here to get.
Yeah. At least let me show you my bedroom. It is right there.
Sure, you go ahead.
so this is sort of like your office then?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Here's where I sleep.
Oh, it's a nice room. Wow, there's a lot of Skylanders.
Yeah.
There's a lot. How many?
If you were a kid in the early 2000s, you know for a fact what it was like to buy Skylanders, right? At some point in your life, you were addicted with Skylanders. You're like, oh, this is such a good game. And then you go to Toys R Us. That's where I'd like to go. And I used to try to get Skylanders, which were $5 a pop. Do you know what it was like trying to beg my family to get me up to 3 Skylanders? That's a $15 deal. Every single time. And sometimes they'll have a little sale where it's like get 2, get 1 for like half off. But do you understand how hard of a sell that was? I had maybe like 12 Skylanders, and that was over the course of like a year, using money I earned and like other stuff, like birthday. Like it was inflation got my ass. Let me just put it that way. Inflation got me. All right, because at some point it shot up to like $5.90, and I was screwed. Because now trying to make a $18 sale, oh Lord, oh forget it, never.
Dude, you got a lot of PS3 games.
Yeah.
Did these survive the fire? Did you get
Yes,
these
they all did.
afterwards?
Every last one.
Oh, that's good.
Well, that's good, yeah.
Oh, man, this is pretty much our entire
I
collection
did
of
not
them.
realise you kept my picture in your nightstand. Oh, no, wait, I think you did tell me that.
I thought about this the other night because I just be in bed sometimes thinking about things, right? I was like, if my house, God forbid, caught on fire and my PC burned up, I think I would just quit. I think I would never return to YouTube. I think I would just end it there. You know, I think I would just find a new profession. You know, I think I would become maybe a circus clown, maybe a rodeo clown, maybe a birthday clown. I want to work in the clown field somewhere in that realm. You know, somewhere around that sphere, definitely. Maybe a mime, but that's just a silent clown. Yeah, I'll workshop my resume later. Don't worry about it.
That's so cute.
Who's that?
That's my father.
Oh,
That's Mr. C right there.
Rest in peace.
so you keep that there for
That's
me.
Catherine, Mr. C.
Do you think you would have approved of me?
How do you feel?
I just wouldn't know.
And I think he does.
He seems he would have been interested in your best.
God damn, Chris, mix your audio correctly, man. If you're gonna play music with other people in the room, you gotta have it be like a background. You know, you gotta have it be like a sweet spice to the conversation, not drowning it. Like the music shouldn't be the broth; it's the spices. What are we doing, Chris? I thought we already knew about this, man. I mean, all these other parts where you sung copyrighted songs full blast, you haven't learned the art of mixing? What are we doing? This is why you're getting trolled now. This is why. This only specific thing. This is the only reason why. If you stop this, it would all stop.
Oh, hi, baby girl. She's a kisser. He likes to
They're
kiss.
so cute. I'm sure they'll get used to me eventually.
Yeah.
They just don't know who I am or I am in their house.
Don't be Clover, that's Catherine. Katie. You saw her picture?
You showed your dogs my picture. That's so cute.
You know?
They like the picture or what? Or
Well, they smell,
threw
they
up.
smell everything. But, yeah, we got separate pee and poo on the paper.
Yeah,
on the black thing.
to stand on it.
they what? Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense down in the
Yeah,
paper. So.
try not to stand on it or anything.
It's awfully inconvenient to take them outside and have to
Yeah.
pick it up. I'd rather have it inside, pick it up.
Well, yeah, then it's closer so you can clean it up without going as far with it,
72
really.
years old. I don't.
God damn, 72. I mean, shout out to her for living that long. You know what I mean? I feel like a ripe age for me, where like I'm gonna start like calming down and doing all the antics, is like 65. At my most 65. I think I'm gonna like start chilling out. I think 65 is when I'm gonna like settle into my grandpa phase. Like, you know, like I'm gonna sit on the porch, play guitar, you know, play a little piano for my grandchildren, play a harmonica even, you know, cook stew on the at night next to a bonfire. Yeah, 65 is a ripe age. 65 is a good age to start settling myself down. But 64 is gonna be crazy. Let me tell you, 64 is about to be wild.
Oh, I told Mom about how you have a lot of interesting stories from your travels in the European British areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mom, tell her something about the Western Maine.
Over 400 years ago, the king declared the name Weston, W-E-S-T-O-N, not I-N or E-N, but O-N, to be part of England's royalty forever.
Wow. That's a piece of history right there.
Well, certainly, Christian seems like a pretty good son. He was talking about how he helps you out around the house and all. And
Oh
such.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I couldn't survive without him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he takes care of Katie just as well. So.
I'm fairly confident I will. I've had practice.
So.
He's had a lot of practice. His father died 3 years ago.
I know.
Damn, it's already been 3 years. I feel like it's only been like a month since we watched that video. 3 years passed within that month. God damn. I'm flying, y'all.
Sorry, I apologize for your loss. That's
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Yeah,
So.
you never get over it. We were married 31 years.
That's a long marriage.
And 2 months after we were married, he had triple bypasses. And the doctors told him that he would not have lived 2 more weeks if he hadn't had it. And if he hadn't married me, he'd never know.
Because you made him go to the doctor. Smart
Very,
moves.
very subtly, because he was an engineer GE, and he did hardcore negotiating.
See, now this the music we want to mix. This is
Snoopy, calm down.
Chris. I wouldn't normally incite this, and I'm only doing this because this dog just ruined a very good and tender moment. But Chris, I'm gonna need you to take this and handle that. Old Yeller style. Take this out back. Handle that. He's besmirching your father's good name. Like, why are you barking, bro? We already got past the introduction phase. They've been here for a minute now. They've been here for about 7 minutes at minimum. And you're telling me now you want to start barking again? You want to start bellowing again?
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough much room
There's
here.
not
We
enough
can't
room
stay
to-
too terribly.
Yeah, we're gonna head on in a few
The
minutes
couch
anyway,
belongs
so.
to the dogs. They saved us from the fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, Christian said they woke you up.
yeah.
I burned both feet because I didn't have any shoes on.
You had to walk through the fire then?
That's why I sleep in both my shoes. I sleep in a pair of boots with 2 pairs of socks underneath, just in case I need to make a speedy exit. I also sleep fully clothed with a jacket and sometimes a windbreaker, depending on how cold it's going to be the next day. I sleep very much prepared, and a hat. Sometimes, only sometimes. It depends on how sunny I think it's going to be. But the point is, always be prepared. Prep time is how much time you give yourself. So always stay prepared.
Well, I had this extinguisher trying to put it out, and what happened was
So you saw the fire, you grabbed an extinguisher. You're lucky you had
he
one on
grabbed the
hand.
extinguisher, pulled the thing out, and handed it.
Yeah, I remember from training, you pull the pin first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you hand it off to your mum.
Sounds like you were both pretty brave to fight the fire like that.
I legitimately don't know how to use a fire extinguisher. And if there was a fire here, I'm fucked. That's why I said if there was a fire, my PC went up in flames. I said it because I know I can't save it. I have to grab it and run. I can't save it with a fire extinguisher. I do not know how to use it. I remember a scene from Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed where Scooby-Doo was like, he had a fire extinguisher in the end and he was like, flipped it, I don't know if that's how you really use it or not, but I'll assume it is. It looks practical. It worked for him. It should work for me. Me and Scooby do have the same initials, so we're basically the same person.
We didn't have any choice. I was able to hold it just long enough for him to get his head together, get the dogs and the cat. That's
so sorry for your loss.
That's okay. It hasn't been totally bad.
Well, things happen, life happens, things
think for a
happen.
reason.
You just get through it, so.
I think for a reason. I appreciate you driving her down.
Yeah.
That was a good security move.
Well, her car broke down, and so there wasn't really any choice. I was the only guy that could, so.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Everything.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't know Christian or anything. I hadn't met you all at all, and they were talking pretty serious, like it seemed. So I thought that I'd get to know your family as well, because if these two are going to get hitched, it's going to be one family.
Just as
So,
beautiful as he said.
Oh, thank you. You're very sweet.
You are.
so
You are.
Oh, I think I told Katie about how Barbara Ann wanted to be an English teacher. Enjoyed some English literature.
Is he calling his mom Barbara Ann? I thought he was, but now I don't know, because it. I don't
I
know.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it
she likes
is.
a lot of shake.
I'm so dense. What's going on with me? The other girl name is Christine. I was like, is the other girl Barbara Ann? Am I missing something? Is she also Barbara, and that's why he's making the distinction? No. Why is he calling his mom Barbara Ann? I mean, I assume that's her actual name, but
Shakespeare.
Yeah, I do like Shakespeare.
She also enjoys the Tudors HBO program through Netflix, all about King Henry VIII.
Oh, Henry VIII. Anne Boleyn, his wife,
One of, yeah. One of
Refused.
six, the last of the
Yeah, we're
feuders.
blood kin to them.
I suppose we
We
go
are
back
blood
on.
kin to every blood Weston in the world.
That would be an interesting thing to research, like go through old records and things like that and actually draw a line, be able to say this is exactly where that went.
I still
Is that like an actual thing? Are you actually related to everyone with the same last name as you? Because I got some famous relatives, man. I need some reprimands. I need some payments to be paid. Yeah, I got a few of them.
still don't know the missing link between Richard Weston and Mary Boleyn. Oh yeah, and now we're thinking ahead. I did mention to her that I promised you our first daughter would have the middle name Weston.
Yeah.
So we
Yep.
continue that tradition and royalty.
Well, we'll let you go now.
Yeah.
Right, well, thank you for having us back to see.
See us.
Yep. Nice
So
place.
let me-
Nice place y'all got here. So.
Over that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey, Catherine, before you go,
Yeah.
I wanted to let you know, what am I doing in a place like this? Waiting for the most honest, true, and awesome woman to come around in my life.
Why am I still holding this shit? I don't get it. I don't know why Chris says the things that he say. I truly don't. But you can't say it's not like a rom-com. This is truly like a rom-com situation. The music in the background, they're just about to leave. He's like, wait. I know what you're thinking. What am I doing in a place like this, right? Well, I'm looking for the most honest, true, and awesome woman to walk into my life. And I think that's you. You know, this is a Christmas rom-com, as far as I'm aware. This is just a movie. I don't gotta live it, so it's entertainment to me.
Oh my god, you're so sweet.
At this point, according to Catherine, Christian put his arm around her and tried to kiss her. She feigned a sneeze to dodge it.
I'm so glad this is working out very well.
Me too. Sorry, we've got to get going or I need to get my things back.
Well, hey, Chris, we'll both be pretty busy, but you and Katie can talk over the internet, and we'll see if we can work something out over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe meet up again. I don't
Yeah,
know. So,
hopefully, Katie, you know where we are. You can come over yourself if you feel like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I'd let you know, obviously. I wouldn't just turn up. That would be sort of rude.
yeah, we wouldn't want to interrupt nothing like that.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I'm waiting for
Okay,
it.
well, anyway, it
I
was
prepared
nice to
myself
meet.
for it.
After she left, Chris changed
Where
his
is it?
Facebook status to in a relationship, setting the start of their relationship as the day they first made contact on OkCupid, July 9th. At a later date, Catherine leaked some of the items from the goodie bag she was given by Chris. These included a mix CD called 3/4 Woman, featuring 21 songs sung over by Chris, and 2 drawings telling a story of Chris getting attacked and downtrodden by internet trolls. Fortunately, Catherine in angelic form comes to revive him by sending an electrical charge into him via cables clamped onto Catherine and Christian's respective nipples.
You guys remember in the beginning of this episode about like, oh, I don't know, 20 something minutes ago? Remember when I said like I'm used to it now? That was a fucking lie. That was a lie.
With alligator clips. On September 2nd, Chris wrote and then sent her a handwritten letter detailing his vows for the relationship as sweethearts, soulmates, and partners. I, Christian Weston Chandler, of sound mind and body, to Catherine, with this, my class ring, I take thee, Catherine, to be my sweetheart, lover, and girlfriend, in our relationship with mutual loyalty, devotion, trust, and companionship. And I solemnly vow to maintain respect for you as my partner, to remain a good, loyal, honest, and supportive partner to you, to keep any and all information about you, sensitive and whatever else, secret and strictly confidential between the two of us alone, unless you specifically specify such a detail to be shared with another trusted person in our lives, to fully maintain honesty and loyalty to you at all
Damn, bro made a contract. God, he numbered the pages? How many pages do we have? I need my lawyer to check this out, man. Hold on. Let me call Morgan & Morgan.
times, now and forever. Even when and if I should feel need for a break, or to find fun with anyone else, I vow to inform you of such times and with who, and all other details.
Oh
of
yeah, they're in
such,
an open
to keep you
relationship.
topmost on my heart and soul, alongside my mother, who remains of my utmost loyalties, honesty, and such that goes in the mother-child relationship respectfully, and all relate priorities as well. To remain, emotionally and mentally, open to you forever. To add more vows to this list as we continue on with our relationship, as they come about and when they come about. In addition, he offered to give her his high school graduation amethyst ring, but she declined.
Amethyst
On that same day,
from Steven
he posted
Universe.
on Facebook that he was offering 2 of his original drawings up for sale on eBay at a limited $50 off offer, reducing their individual prices to $150. The next day, Christian left a reply on a Facebook post made by the official Sonic the Hedgehog page, which advertised the upcoming video game and partner TV show, Sonic Boom. He stated his hatred of Sonic's new design, who would have blue-colored arms rather than the past tan color, and stated that he would be boycotting the game until his arm color was changed. On September 4th,
Just imagine like, I'm boycotting this game, me and everybody else. There's like it's one guy in the background. Yeah, I'm also boycotting it, guys. I hate this game. This shit sucks. And it's just the two of them against Sonic Boom. Now that's a story.
Chris acquired a miniature display case showcasing police equipment and uniform from its owner, who no longer wanted it. He promptly put it up on eBay for $100 and advertised the new listing on Facebook. According to the description, the piece was created in 1941 and would make a good present to the uncorrupted local authority, as opposed to the corrupted and power-abusing majority. He later updated the description to state that all the items, including the gun, were fake and firmly glued into place, possibly as a response to inquiries or criticisms from eBay staff. He added that the case was 26 inches tall and weighed between 50 and 100 pounds, and demanded
That does
that
look
no one
interesting, though.
report
I
or
mean, I wouldn't
remove
want it,
the
but
listing. Some
concept's
people
cool.
left queries about the item, a few of which questioned the reasoning for the shipping price being set at $50. Chris answered that once bidding starts on an item, he cannot edit the details, and asked that the persons blame the opening bidder for the inconvenience. In addition, a few individuals commented on the possible rodent droppings seen in the background of the listed photos, but Chris firmly denied this. On September 5th, Christian notified his Facebook friends and followers that he would be delayed in fulfilling his commissions because he was talking and getting to know his girlfriend over the past month. He promised
If I was these people who purchased up, like, womp womp, get to drawing. You think I care? I better get my photos by the end of the night, or you can be seeing a flashbang. In GTA, that is. In GTA YouTube. I can't handle another one on YouTube, please. I just got out of one, please.
that he would fulfill all of his orders in 3 days. On that same day, he made a Facebook post claiming that since he defaced an Xbox One game console display in Walmart in 2013 to make it read Hexbox, he had grown to understand what he had done wrong and asked to be unbanned from the Walmarts of both Ruckersville and Charlottesville. He revealed that he had written a letter of apology addressed to the manager of the store, and that she had called him, letting him know that she would not be lifting his ban. He stated that by doing so, she was discriminating not only against an autistic person, but also a lesbian trapped in a male
Chris. Can't be popping that. You know? I was gonna say too early, but really at all. And to a woman? You're doing this to a woman. Chris, you're not helping your case at all. At all. At all.
body and transgender. He pleaded for his followers, the Human Rights Campaign, and the LGBT community to go to the Walmart to demand that Christian be allowed to re-enter the store. On the 9th, he announced that his 2 temporarily discounted works on eBay would remain permanently priced at $150 for their finally discounted works.
Chris looks like someone like drunk auntie. He looks like someone's auntie that had a terrible life. 3 divorces, no children, lost her job because of drinking on the clock. Definitely asking the family for money. She's just all over the place. All right, Chris is. I got too caught up in my own dialogue. Forget me.
On eBay would remain permanently priced at $150 for their final 2 days until their listings expire, and urged people to buy them, as he would also include a free commissioned drawing. On that same day, he posted 3 new drawings up for sale on eBay, also for a price of $150.
Biblically
2
accurate
starred Angelica
roast
Roast Chew and Bubbles Roast Chew, respectively. And another featured a return of Roast Chew in commemoration of brave women who have braved their own battles, including the Women's Army
Why does she have a coochie hole? I hope General says something about that.
Corps and members of the LGBT community. Later that day, he posted that he had gone to a human rights campaign store to buy some items promoting the cause and displayed them in a photo. The next day, Chris clarified on Facebook that his new girlfriend was not a hooker or a prostitute and felt sorry for the women who had to work in that profession. On September 13th, he announced that he was adding another commission category to his eBay page: reproductions of Astonichu and Roastu medallions, sold for $30. He stated that it could take up to 2 weeks for a single medallion to get made. In the first couple of days, he received over 20 orders. Also on September 13th, Christian wrote a post clarifying that he preferred to define the word gay according to its antiquated meanings, namely cheerful, colorful, and happy, rather than the more common use of the word as a synonym for homosexual.
I don't care. I still be using it as gay old time. I still be using it. If I'm out with the homies and we're having fun, I'm gonna call it a gay old time. Who's gonna stop me? Who? If I'm enjoying life and I say it's a gay old time, we're just having fun. We ain't hurting nobody. We're just having a gay old time. What we do. You know? It is a fun thing to say.
In another post, he lambasted those who used the word in a derogatory fashion to call someone or something stupid, and quoted some original lyrics for a song inspired by the film My Little Pony: Equestria Girls. Gay is colors, gay is bold, gay is happy. The way you use the word, it makes you real crappy. Rainbooms rock. In addition, he made a post revealing that he had gone to a local pride parade. I was at the Pride Festival today, and I really felt accepted and liked among the LGBT community. Like I do belong there as a lesbian transgender that I am, and a lot of real women there showed me kindness and respect. Smiling face emoji. I feel better about myself for that, but I was not in the mental state to meet new people yet. But I did make some acquaintances, talked with some of them for a bit, but I do feel that I really want to do more with the community, so I may join up with a Seville Pride or something. I have some pamphlets and details. I will make my own decisions. 3 days later, he announced a special offer of offering free Sonichu or Roastu medallions with every colored commission, the proceeds from which were desperately needed for his mother's dental work, which could cost $600.
Damn.
On September 17th, Marvin, the man in the pickle suit during Chris's date with Emma,
A me reference? I'm in this episode? Whoa. I guess I'll just take my Emmy now, you know? And if you guys watch Avatar episode 3 and 4, you'll know that I'm actually making a cameo as the main character. So go ahead and check those episodes out. You can go see me in it.
Emily, and also a moderator of the Quickie forums, posted a screenshot of a message the troll Kim Wilson sent to Chris, asking about his so-called intimate piercing. Marvin claimed that Christian had gotten a body piercing in his perineum, also known as a taint, which was the area of the body between a person's genital region and their anus. Chris seemingly...
A taint piercing? Ooh. I just imagine it like caught in your drawers as you pull. Ooh. Ooh. Oh Lord. Oh Lordy.
saw this post and decided to address his taint piercing on Facebook the following day. I had something done to me that is radical, that I did for my lesbian soul. I got a new piercing on my taint on Monday the 15th, about where my clitoris would be if I was a woman.
Woof.
It is a short, steel straight piece with steel spheres, of which I refer to them as my unclit. I'm tending to its cleaning personally, in daily baths or showers, as well as cleaning the area with rubbing alcohol twice daily. I Christian West and Chandler, with no other outside opinions from anyone, have long been thinking about getting a piercing on my taint, with a steel sphere where my clitoris would be if I was born female. In my soul, I...
Wait a minute. Wouldn't that... Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a woman. But wouldn't that be a little higher up? Where something already resides? I'm just saying, if you're gonna commit, you might as well commit to the whole bit, not just half-ass it.
Identity as a female and a lesbian, as a fair substitute for that, and to stimulate the woman's clitoris by scissoring. Years ago, after watching the lesbian couple tribbing each other in the softcore porn movie, The Key to Sex. And for those who don't know about tribbing, it is more commonly known as scissoring. Tribadism is where one woman rubs her vulva against the other woman's vulva to stimulate each other's clitoris. In fact, there are clits that actually stick out, penetrating the labia and better stimulating the other clitoris.
I would like to apologize. Wait, matter of fact, no, I don't. This is part 41. If you've been here long enough to know what this is, and if you're not, if this is your actual first time here, I'm so sorry. I apologize so deeply to you. My heart goes out to you. Matter of fact, put down in the comments if this is your first time watching Christian here, and I will send you reparations and my love and support. You thought you were getting money? Hell no, I barely got that.
The female bonobo monkeys have long clits, and they trip other female bonobos a lot of the time. And to make sure everyone understands once and for all, I am a female, lesbian soul trapped in a male body. Or to put it another way, I am a lesbian transgender. I am seriously into women. Males offend me. Even my own penis totally grosses me out. I'm glad that I tuck it underneath my taint, so I do not have to look down at the ugly bulge. I have come out as the lesbian transgender that I always have been and ever will. And for every one of you sods who continue to mislabel me as a homosexual male, or hint towards anything of that even in distasteful jest, you all can kiss my vagina of my soul. Have a good day. At the bottom of his post, he shared a link to the Tribadism page on Wikipedia, the free online encyclopedia. Because the link's preview thumbnail included illustrations of people having sex, a troll reported Christian for sharing nudity on Facebook, though no action was ultimately taken against him. Members of the Wiki forums discussed Chris's unclit in great length, worrying about a possible infection which could lead to other health problems if not treated properly. It marked a high point of activity for the forums, and the thread discussing Chris's taint eventually reached 45 pages. Also on September 18th, Christian wrote a Facebook post after he had learned about the possible existence of haters of the LGBTQ community within the Human Rights Campaign. He asked for cyberbullies and internet trolls to stop what they are doing and shut down their hateful website for good, sharing 4 concept drawings for his hypothetical Trollbusters task force. 2 days later, he apologized for an earlier post in which he attempted to redefine the word gay and stated that he accepted the gays as people like any other person. In closing, he also apologized for past comments he made, wherein he wished to turn gay people straight, conceding that it was wrong of him to think so. On the 20th, he listed both.
How would you even go about doing that? Like, how would you even go about enacting that plan? You can go door to door and be like, hey, ever seen a coochie? Well, me neither, so, I have this Wikipedia article that we can look at, and it's actually really nice. Teach you all about it, trust me.
Both his 1997 Cadillac Seville and his mother's 1996 BMW Z3 up for sale on the online marketplace website, Craigslist. Chris aimed to sell his car for $5,000 and noted that it needed extensive maintenance, including replacing the battery and mending a cracked engine block. The following day, he elaborated on his creative process when making the Sonichu medallions for his buyers. Just to let everyone know why I estimate 2 weeks for a creation of a medal or more. First, I have to be in the mood and mindset for creation as best as I am able, or otherwise not busy with live details or chores and errands. Then I have to mold them according to my own specifications, including being able to fit into the 3.5-inch square boxes with cotton puddings per box. Then they all have...
Imagine paying 2 weeks to get something that you paid for. Like, that's insane. like you guys waited 2 weeks for this episode, but you guys didn't pay for it, so you know it's kind of like a gray area. But you are subscribing, so I guess that's kind of like counteracting that gray area. So really, maybe I'm the bad guy. Damn.
Have to air dry overnight. Then I paint the details, let that dry, and then use a permanent ink fine point marker to handwrite my signature, open parentheses, C, close parentheses, and production number, followed by measuring the lengths of the neck straps from the longer leather strips. Thread them through the rings of each metal as tie the two ends together. Then I print or photocopy the small square blank certificates, fill them each appropriately with their respective metal, and then laminate the certificates. And then there's the package wrapping, addressing, and shipping them out at my local USPS post office. Around then, I would add the tracking numbers respectively as well. And with that, I'm making my promise now that from the first week's order amount, if over 30 medals, I will have them all ready to ship and ship them all on Friday the 27th. At around the same time, Christian was emailing Catherine about his plans for when they have sex. He informed her of his efforts in designing and testing a strap-on-like device without the dildo attached, so that he could keep his penis and testicles hidden as the pair perform tripodism, but his initial design failed to work as intended during testing. In the next email, Christian shared his experiences with trying out the dildo that came with a strap-on that he ordered. He tried to insert it along with a washcloth to clean out his rectum, but failed to do so. Soon after, he tried inserting it into himself in different ways while in his bathtub filled with water, but it merely caused him pain. He placed the dildo into a dresser drawer where he also stored his deflated woman's sex doll, which he hadn't used in months, since he felt that inanimate objects did not satisfy him as they did before. It was also possibly around this time that he replied to an email from Catherine concerning Chris's school papers that were stolen from his house and leaked onto the forums. He told her that he suspected the thief to have been a boy who lived across the street from him who hated the Chandlers. He described an event during which the neighbor's cat attacked Chris and Barbara with its claws, so they called for animal control, who came to pick up the cat and euthanized it. Ever since then, Chris alleged that the boy, along with his grandfather, have been plotting against him and claimed that they had bred a snake which they released into their cement front porch through a hole they had made themselves.
You know what? If my dog, I mean, like, if my cat attacked him, you know, that's cooked. You know, that's fair, I guess. But if like my cat did something mediocre and they got my cat put down, I ain't gonna lie, I'll do the same. I don't even like snakes. I would buy 2 of the biggest snakes through exotic customs and then breed them to make a super snake, the Maharaga of snakes, if you will. Then I would sneak them into their attic and let it fester, feeding a rat down there every 2 to 3 weeks and allowing the snake to grow bigger and bigger until it breaks the ceiling and they are revealed that there's a giant snake living in their attic. And I'll slowly feed them bigger and bigger things so it'll get used to eating a bigger object, so it'll eat them. Yeah, that's it. That's the plan. So if you guys want to use that, you know, sign up for my course in the link in the description. It'll teach you how to be as petty as me. It's a great course, only $5,000.
Themselves to attack the Chandlers. In addition, he thought that they were responsible for several eggings of their property, and also for stealing Barbara's purse and a reproduction of a Salvador Dali painting. On September 23rd, Christian unveiled a new campaign on the crowdfunding site Kickstarter. In it, Chris asked for funds to build a Lego replica of his hypothetical Quickville shopping center, showing off a blueprint plan of the building he had made during his time in Piedmont, Virginia Community College. He wrote that he needed $5,000 in order to buy existing Lego sets, from which he would take necessary pieces in order to construct the shopping center. If backers pledged certain high amounts, they would get special rewards in return, as is customary on the website. However, all the pledged rewards consisted of sending the backers Lego-related merchandise, which was in violation of the terms of service of the website, which stated that the pledged gold rewards had to be original works made by the creator of the Kickstarter page. For the featured video to promote the campaign, he used his Lego Manchester High School video filmed in October 2013. Chris received some attention for this update and seemingly attracted willing backers who contributed small amounts for his project. As per the website's rules, backers had 24 hours to retract their bids with no questions asked. Trolls who used low-effort tactics, attempting to bother Chris and/or echoed the actions of past trolls, who are known as weens, took advantage of this clause by donating large amounts to the fund before retracting their bids shortly after. Weens also backed the project using aliases such as past troll Clyde Cash and Japanese video game developer Hideo Kojima. On September 24th, Chris notified his Facebook followers that he had bought a used car, a 2010 Ford Focus, after he was approved a loan, and complained about his newly acquired insurance payments. He pleaded for more people to buy his framed drawings on eBay, as at the moment, he did not have enough money to ship out his commissioned medallions. He soon after posted some details about the new purchase, revealing that it was his mother's idea to buy a new vehicle, specifically wanting one with an automatic transmission. She had her eyes on a van, while Chris wanted the more sporty Ford Focus. It appeared that they were also going to buy a van as well. As a result of possible delays in sending medallions to buyers, a few users decided to file complaints to Christian's eBay account.
It's weird because his medallions never truly get better. They just always stayed the same level of mid. That's so you think like doing it so much you slowly like get better at the craft, but if you just always stay at this level, it's so insane.
Effectively freezing their payments. One of these individuals, who became referred to as Mr. Smith, received many angry private messages on eBay. Chris demanded that he remove the case against him since it risked putting his PayPal account in debt and would then have to pay overdraft fees. On the 26th, Chris informed his followers that he received more funds which enabled him to send out the medallions the following morning. He mentioned that he was still being troubled by Mr. Smith, exposing his real first name. He later posted one of his private messages to Mr. Smith on Facebook, asking people not to open any eBay cases against him. He also sent the same message to all individuals who had purchased a medallion from him on eBay. Soon, he updated his Facebook post with a comment
like, look
stating
at this. Look, the eyes aren't even good. Like there's a level of craft you have to have, Christian. All right, when you're a artiste such as myself, as you cannot see because I'm sitting in front of it, I have crafted all of these things, and these two paintings in particular in the background, making me a regular day Picasso, obviously. And I sell them nowhere because I don't sell them, and I make no money because again I don't sell them. But guess what? If I did, I would have a high level of quality to it. Probably. I mean, I don't know, I don't sell them, but maybe.
He would ship out the medallions of Mr. Smith and another person who had made a claim against him within the next 5 days. He shared both of their full names, hometowns, and their eBay usernames, and branded them as bullies. He promptly deleted it, though other people screenshotted it before it disappeared, and as a result, Mr. Smith received one prank call to his home phone. In response, Mr. Smith sent him a heated eBay message saying that he would be reporting Chris to eBay because his private information was publicly showcased. Chris calmly apologized for trolling him and wrote that he would send out his medallion the following day. Chris asked him to stop the chaos, even though Mr. Smith claimed that he spent an hour with eBay customer support regarding the issue. On September 27th, he issued an apology on Facebook for naming the people who had made cases against him.
Yeah, lock
he
that
added
nigga
that
up.
he was very stressed at the time and still suffered from grief and stress that he feared could cause him to have a heart attack or a stroke. He admitted that it was wrong of him to do that and wished that people could...
See, the thing about me, and I'm gonna say this to the end of time, the thing about me is that if you go low, I will go to hell. I will go to the deepest depths of the underworld. So if you leak my full name and address and phone number and I get one phone call, you know, I just have to. I have to at that point. It's an honor thing. It's about my honor.
Forgive and forget his actions. Chris wrote to Mr. Smith that he was not only torturing an autistic individual by keeping his claim active, but also a lesbian and a transgender.
Womp womp.
He threatened to inform the HRC and autism facilities about his bullying and abuse. He pleaded for the attacks to stop since his medallion had already been shipped. The next day, Chris told his followers that he sent out over 10 medallions in addition to working on more commissions overnight. He stated that making claims against him would not make Chris produce the merchandise any faster and would only be a lose-lose situation for everyone involved. Also on that day, Christian emailed one Shayna Cohen, a troll playing the part of Catherine's friend. He asked her about her current condition after attending a bachelorette party, with Shayna informing him that after the party, she went to spend some time with one of the groomsmen, Colin, and that she still had her phone turned off. Christian replied, stating that even though he acknowledged that they were in an open relationship, he felt uneasy about Catherine breaking up with him because of Colin. Since he missed her greatly, he decided to send her a text message. Shayna told him that he didn't have to worry about Colin being inappropriate with her because he was a nice guy who came from a wealthy family, which only upset Chris more since he was most concerned about finances being the cause of their breakup. On September 29th, Shayna emailed Colin about what he had been doing with Catherine after finding out that she would spend the next few days in New York City. She also sent a copy of the email to Catherine and also to Christian, allegedly by accident, apologizing for the mistake in a follow-up email. Chris told her that he promised not to message Colin and asked if it was possible if Shayna could tell Colin to be repellent towards Catherine, since Chris worried so much about their relationship. Not long after, he rescinded his promise and decided to write Colin an email.
What did he
You
say?
may or may not have heard of me from Catherine, or you don't know me, but Shayna and Rebecca know me. I'm Christian Weston Chandler of Ruckersville, Virginia, artist, crafter, creator of Sonichu and Roastechu, the Electric Hedgehog Pokemon, and my city of Quickville, Virginia, USA, with the comic book series, Websites Lost to Cyberbullies. I'm very famous worldwide for good and bad. Anyway, Catherine and I have been getting on knowing each other, growing mutual deep emotions, and fondness with mutual care and respect for over a month now.
I'm being so real. If I ever got this message, I'm just putting okay. I'm putting that Sabo meme. I'm not reading all this shit. Like what? A paragraph? I'd be damned. From an account I don't know, I'm reading the first sentence, and if I can't put it together, it ain't meant to be.
Events have her feeling off, and I really wish for her and mine relationship to be forever lasting. Your possible flirtatious actions and wealthy tricks with deceptions are not helpful in this situation, as I have a lot of worry and care and respect for her very much. Not only that, but I fully support her for the orientation she is, as well as the sweetest, kindest, and most true and pure soul that she is. I can only imagine that your cold, money-filled blue blood will not satisfy or fulfill her emotional needs. She and I are a great 95+% match from over the 1,000 questions we both have answered on our OkCupid profiles.
God damn, boy.
You can never top that. If you have any shred of a heart or respect as a human being, I would deeply appreciate it if you would be repellent to Catherine and encourage her to stay with the one who can emotionally support her fully and utmost. Me. Thank you, and I will wish you a good and safe day for now.
Yeah, she getting back
Colin
shots.
sent a reply, taking his words as a veiled threat, and was not impressed with his attitude. Chris apologized for sounding threatening and told him that she was his sweetheart and feared that Colin was a women heartbreaking playboy with no regard for her, and demanded that he tell him and Shayna what he had been doing with Catherine. Colin wrote that if he wanted to talk to her, he should do so himself, since he was not Chris's messenger. Meanwhile, he notified Shayna of their interactions. She said that Colin was pissed at her for mistakenly sending that email to Chris, thusly revealing Colin's email address. He was equally pissed off with Chris for continuously bothering him and sending him threats. Christian royally apologized for his actions, debating whether his heart was in the right place or if he was dumb and retarded. At around the same time, Kickstarter notified Christian that his campaign did not meet their criteria, stating that his page would be suspended in 48 hours. He acknowledged that the issue was with the pledge goal rewards being seen as resold merchandise, and would instead consider custom engraving Lego bricks for anyone who donated $50 or more, or having their name placed on bricks in the final Quickville shopping center model. Ultimately, he abandoned the Kickstarter and his project, as his last recorded login to the site.
I'm gonna start a Kickstarter. My Kickstarter will be $5,000 in unmarked bills for me to buy $5,000 in unmarked bills worth of nachos, and I will eat them on a YouTube live stream. Just us, eating nachos, talking, have a little nice jazz in the background, something light. I think I would make if you submit over $1,000, I will eat a nacho in your name. And if you give me $5,000 on marked bills, I will eat 2 nachos in your name. So if you want to go to the link, it will be in the description down below. Go ahead and check that out, please, and I'll really enjoy it. Thanks.
Was on October 4th, 2014. By the end of September, the first batch of medallions got delivered to their owners, some of whom chose to share what they received on the Quickie forums. They all featured miniature certificates of authenticity with handwritten signatures, dates of completion, and individual numbers for each medallion issued. Medallion number 19, however, the one made for Mr. Smith, was made differently. Sonichu's eyes were colored orange-red rather than white. He had a frown instead of a smile, and his eyebrows were angled at a scornful angle. Furthermore, his certificate of authenticity had significant ink smudging on it. Mr. Smith was personally rather amused by this delivery,
That makes
but
it even more
decided to
valuable.
use the opportunity to further antagonize Chris by making another claim against him on eBay, stating that the product he received was not what he had purchased. Chris wrote back, "I did not send you the wrong medallion. I purposely molded, drew, and colored it to be angry at you for your constant stubborn attitude and bullying. And you are certainly bucking up to be worthy of my own anger as well. Accurate item, made custom just for you, Smith."
I truly do feel like that makes it more valuable, wouldn't it? Like you have a very a custom molded medallion that's not like the others. I think that is worth more than any of the other medallions.
He also shared on Facebook the reasoning behind the existence of the angry-faced Sonichu medallion. While Christian's efforts at using his own infamy to generate extra income seemed like a wise idea, his execution of it had many faults, which included a failure to keep up with demands, and a pricing plan which reflected his perceived infamous reputation.
Chris has such a weirdly shaped head, and I know that's weird for me to say because I got a pretty long face, but Chris just has like an oddly shaped head. I don't know what it is. I just feel at ease when I see it.
In his struggles to help his family's financial situation, he was faced with some difficult truths about life, accountability, and responsibility.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Part 41, the end of it. Pause. Zoom. Well, that is the end, everybody. We have seen a lot. We learned things about taints and other parts of the body I didn't think we needed to know. Chris did things with some things in bathtubs, which I don't think we should have heard about, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot more crazier next time. In part 42 of Christian. I appreciate you guys for watching. This is going to be a pretty lengthy episode, so I appreciate anyone who's here at this part. Let me know down below if you made it this far. But yeah, if you liked it, if you subscribe, I love you. And I hope you have a great morning, night, afternoon, depending on which one for you. Make sure you eat, sleep, and drink. I've been Saimir Shogun, and good bye. A taint piercing. God damn.